What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new countdown video, a top 10 countdown. Gonna do something different here, not a top 10 about wrestling or movies or sports. This top 10 is a very fun topic for me to talk about. If you didn't know, I am a huge Howard Stern fan. And this is my top 10 Wack Packers. This is my top 10 Howard Stern Show Wack Packers. If you ever watch the Howard Stern Show or know about it, you know he has a group of Wack Packers. Some of them are sadly gone and passed away, and some are still alive. Short history. I got into the Howard Stern Show when I was 13 years old in 1997. Been a fan ever since. I love the guy. And to me, he's really funny as hell. I mean, in my whole life, I have never laughed as much as I have listening to the Howard Stern Show or watching it when it was on on the E network before it turned into the fucking Kardashians network. The E network, Howard Stern was number one on there for a very long time and had the best ratings. Then after E, went and started Howard TV, Howard On Demand. I paid for that for, I believe, about 8 years. Howard TV was around from like 2006 to I think ended 2013, I believe. So here we go with before I get to the top 10 Howard Stern Show Wack Packers. Before I get to my top 10 list, this is what a big fan I am of the Howard Stern Show. I got a couple books. Here's Artie Lange's book, Too Fat to Fish. We all know what has happened to Artie. Sadly, the guy, I believe if he ever screws up again and he goes to jail. If he gets a drug test and fails, I believe the courts are not going to send him to rehab. He goes straight to jail. I believe Artie still has a podcast. The Artie Lange Show, I think it's on YouTube still. I know I subscribed to his channel, but I don't know if he puts out new podcasts. Anyways, Artie is a mess. The guy absolutely has demons. But he was damn funny on the Howard Stern Show. But just like Jackie left, Jackie the Joke Man, he's a moron for leaving the show because he wanted more money or he thought they didn't offer him enough. That's not, anyways, because Jackie didn't take the offer, I don't think he blames Howard Stern, but that's, his boss problem. Or that's between Jackie and, I believe, Tom Chiusano is the guy that wouldn't pay him more. The general manager of the radio station. Anyways, Jackie the Joke Man was pretty damn good on the Stern Show for, I don't know when he got there. I believe 86 or 87, I think. Or 88. Jackie joined the show and then he was gone in 2001. But Jackie was good. Artie was great. Without Howard having a sidekick or a comedian sitting in Artie's chair, he doesn't need one. He has Robin to talk to. That's all he needs. And hopefully Howard and Robin live to like well over 90 years old. But I'm just saying, if Robin ever passed away, Howard probably would end the show and not want to continue. But if he did, Howard could do the show by himself. He's that good. So, anyways, and the greatest thing about the Howard Stern show is Howard could just find talent, could just find crazy people, people that were nuts, oddballs, out of their minds. He gave them a platform, put them on the air, and made them fucking stars. So, anyways, here's my list of the top 10 Wack Packers, in my opinion, of all time. Number 10, the original Bigfoot. Not the it is Bigfoot, not him. The original Bigfoot from the late 90s. He's my number 10 Wack Packer. He was actually a lifeline for Robin on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Bigfoot was in the crowd. That was hilarious, that he was a lifeline. Also, the original Bigfoot would go on to Hollywood and be in House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. He was in those movies. I don't know what other work he did in Hollywood. But sadly, the original Bigfoot passed away young. The guy had such a deep voice. It was hilarious. Number 10, the original Bigfoot. I don't think he was on the Stern Show that much, but he was good. Number 9, this guy annoys the fuck out of me. He's really annoying. He really has not done much for the show, except bitch and cry like a baby that Howard won't pick up the phone on him, and he's going to quit the show and he's done. This guy's a crybaby little bitch, but he is a good Wack Packer. But probably one of the most annoying Wack Packers of all time. Number 9, Jeff the Drunk. The best things he ever did on the Stern Show was when he was drunk and got kicked out of the studio at K-Rock. He stumbled, lost his balance, and fell up against the wall and smashed his fucking head against the wall. That was hilarious. The other best thing Jeff the Drunk did, I believe he did win a, I think it was Butt Billionaire with Tabitha Stevens, and I think he actually had sex with Tabitha. I bet you she vomited after she slept with him. Also, Jeff the Drunk started singing with Carly Simon in a duet. That was pretty damn funny. Number 9, Jeff the Drunk. Number 8, no longer with us. Bye for now. Eric the Midget. Eric the Actor. Eric the Midget. Whatever you want to call him. Those were his names. Eric the Midget. He's done some great work on the Stern Show. The guy was super ungrateful to Howard. Just thought he should be given stuff. And my God, Howard put him in TV shows, got him hired in TV shows, and they actually used him. He did not want to fly with balloons. He should have. That would have been hilarious. But then he would have never been able to come down and probably would have been sent to Mars with balloons. My God, the best thing he ever did was Eric, the actor, called up the show and started saying, "This is Derek from Texas, not Eric." That was hilarious. So number 8, Eric the Actor. Number 7, Elephant Boy. Holy fuck, he has been on the show a lot. He's done a lot of stupid shit, said a lot of stupid shit. Elephant Boy, the funniest thing that I could not stop laughing is when him and Gary was at an appearance, by the way. Baba Booey. Look good. I got Baba Booey's book. And finally, before I get on to Elephant Boy, also gotta have this Guy of the King's book. Anyways, back to Elephant Boy, number 7. Gary had an appearance, and Elephant Boy just showed up, and he was, I believe, wearing shorts and white socks, and he shit his pants. It was hilarious. And it was just hilarious. Gary said it stunk, and he shit himself, and his shit stained his socks. That was hilarious. And then, just thinking about it cracks me up. Then he had to go on the subway back home, and he sat in shit in his pants. What the fuck, Elephant Boy? Elephant Boy, not really on the show anymore, but the guy did a lot of stuff for the show. That was pretty damn funny. So, number 6, I love this woman. Hilarious, always makes me laugh. Loves to call Howard Gay Howard. Also loves Fred, for some reason. Angry Alice, number 6. Angry Alice, still alive. Still angry. She's not on the show that much, but she is still alive, I know that. The best thing Angry Alice ever did on the show, she had a fight with Artie over the phone. And she just kept screaming and yelling at Artie, and he was trying to basically do an impersonation of her and repeating everything back she was saying to him. It was fucking hilarious. Angry Alice's fight with Artie. I believe that was like 07, 08 that happened. Number 5, Bigfoot. It is Bigfoot. Won a Wack Pack contest to be a new Wack Packer. Bigfoot won it from Vermont. Holy fuck, he is fucked up in the damn head. But he's damn hilarious. I don't even think he knows that he's funny on the show. But, my God. Bigfoot has done some crazy shit, it is. My God, he actually recently, I think last year, he burned down a house or an apartment because the guy's mentally ill. But I think he's actually locked up in a mental hospital right now. But he actually was on the Stern Show recently, and I think he was talking about how it is being locked up and what it's like. Hopefully he's getting the help he fucking needs. Number 5, Bigfoot it is. Number 4, Crackhead Bob. Holy fuck. Rest in peace, Crackhead Bob. You were hilarious. First time he came on Howard, it was hilarious. I think it was 96, his first appearance. And he just came on Howard, and Howard was like, how'd you get like this? Why do you talk like this? And then he's like, I did too much crack and had a stroke. And then he was like, don't do crack. My God. Best thing Crackhead Bob ever did. Again, the guy had a funny ass voice because, again, kids, don't do crack. That's how he got that funny voice. Did too much crack. Chinese restaurant prank call. Crackhead Bob called a Chinese restaurant to order food. They could not understand him. It was hilarious. Legendary prank call. Number 3. This guy annoys me, but he is a good whack packer. Number 3, High Pitch Eric. The fucker recently started driving. I don't know how the fuck he got a driver's license, but he started driving, and he shouldn't be driving at all. And also, I believe he was on Cameo still. And he made a ton of money off Cameo. Anyways, High Pitch Eric, number 3. Number 2, I love this guy. I miss him. One of the greatest Wack Packers of all time. In my opinion, number 2, Hank, the Angry Drunken Dwarf. Fucking hilarious. Just radio gold. When he's on TV comedy gold. Hank the Dwarf was so good. So fucking good. He'd get in fights with people over the phone. My God, he's great. To me, he was so damn entertaining and just hilarious. All his appearances, all of them, were epic and really good. He came in once dressed as Batman. He came dressed up as an angel once. And dressed up as a woman once. And my God. Hank the Dwarf. Once David Blaine, the magician, was inside a block of ice, and Hank the Dwarf went there in a bunny costume, and it was hilarious. And he was gonna, I think, urinate on the floor, try to urinate on the ice. Instead, he went up to the ice, gave him the finger. Another time, Hank, they put him in a, what is it called? They put him inside a chest, and he was kicking it, yelling like he's locked in the chest outside in New York. Nobody would even stop and help a guy yelling and screaming, "Get me out of this chest." Nobody would help him. This one guy walked by and threw a quarter on the chest. What the fuck's a quarter gonna do? That was hilarious. And my God, Hank the Dwarf and Beetlejuice, when they met, they did not get along. They had legendary Stern Show fights. Their fights and arguments were legendary and great. So rest in peace, Hank the Dwarf. My God, you were fucking super entertaining. Number 2, Hank the Dwarf. The drunken dwarf. Also, not just from being in the Wack Pack did he get famous, but he actually got put in a couple movies. And he did a couple acting roles. He was in Son of the Beach. He's in another movie, and I can't remember what else. Number 1. I think you can guess who number 1 is. The greatest Wack Packer of all time, Beetlejuice. Recently, he came back to the Stern Show, and it was great to hear from him. I think it was in December. Right before Christmas, Beetlejuice was back, made an appearance over the phone, and it was great to hear from him. I don't think Beetle will ever again travel to New York to go into the studio. I doubt it. Whenever they get back in the studio, but because Beetlejuice lives in, I think, Georgia, and he lives with his mother, I think, and she doesn't want to let him out of state. Or she probably has custody of Beetlejuice. Because if the Beetlejuice lived alone, the guy might burn his own house down. So, number 1, Beetlejuice. He first appeared in 1999 on the Stern Show. And holy fuck, when I first saw him, it was hilarious. Because he had such a little shrunken head, like the guy in Beetlejuice. He was with another midget that was with him. But Howard did not care about the other midget. Howard wanted to talk to Beetlejuice. And he was like, "Where the hell did you grow up? Where have you been hiding? You're going to be a superstar." He says, "I think you're going to be a huge star and you're going to live a long, long time." And Howard, legendary reply from Beetlejuice. Howard was like, "How tall are you?" "I'm 6'6", and I weigh 400 pounds. Not 6'6" at all, or 400 pounds. But what a great reply. My God, Beetlejuice, the guy's done so much epic, hilarious appearances on the Stern Show. Once he appeared for Howard, accepting a fucking AVN porno award. I think this was 99. Beetlejuice went to the AVN Awards in Vegas and accepted the award for Howard. They had an earpiece in his ear and tried to get him to say repeat, and he can't even repeat what you tell him. He doesn't listen. He doesn't give a fuck who you are. He doesn't give a fuck if you're famous. So many legendary appearances at the AVNs. Had a great appearance with Gilbert Gottfried, where Beetlejuice kept saying, "Good for you, good for you." That was great. He had other great appearances with the comedian, god damn, I can't think of his name right now, Dave Chappelle. Beetlejuice with Dave Chappelle, that was a great appearance. Beetlejuice with David Duchovny, the actor. He was sitting on the couch with him. I mean, once Beetlejuice came out on a mini motorcycle. Other times he came up dressed as a leprechaun, Superman, an alien once. He was dressed up as Uncle Sam once. And my God, Beetlejuice, the greatest whack packer of all time is Beetlejuice, because he doesn't give a fuck who you are. I don't think he even knows he's famous. And I don't think he even cares. He doesn't listen when the Stern Show tries to get him to do a prank call and say stuff. He just doesn't fucking say it. He beats to his own drum. He just doesn't listen to people. He was actually put in a major movie. He was put in Bubble Boy in 2001. I think he was also in a Scary Movie. Scary Movie 2, maybe. So, my God, Beetlejuice. And the guy's big on, I guess he's big on TikTok. I don't go on TikTok. And he's also big on Instagram. He has a lot of damn followers. I don't know if he's on Twitter, but Beetlejuice, you are the greatest whack packer of all time. Your greatest appearance, in my opinion, was with Gary the Slow Adult, Gary the Retard, against Beetlejuice in a Battle of the Wits contest. That was great. That was so damn funny. Beetlejuice, spell red. 3 to 4 times he couldn't spell red. It was hilarious. Gary the Slow Adult, he was damn good on the show, but he's not in my top 10. Somehow, Gary the Slow Adult was smarter than Beetlejuice. That's amazing. So, this guy could have been on my top 10, but he did not make it. Riley Martin, my God, Riley Martin was so great. His appearances, his fights on the phone with Howard, yelling at Howard, calling him a cheap bastard. You cheap bastard. He wanted more pay for his radio show. My God, Riley Martin was so damn good. His voice was so good. He's like, oh, look, motherfucker, you cheap bastard, you better pay me more. So, and I'm going to mention a few whack packers that did not make the top 10. Also, about number 1, Beetlejuice. His other great appearances were with Hank when they were fighting in the year 2000. In 2001, that was great. And again, his first ever appearance, Howard said to Beetle, do you know you have a little head? You have a small head. And he says back to Howard, I have a big head. God damn, Beetlejuice, you're a legend. if there's ever a Wack Pack Hall of Fame, Beetlejuice, you should go in first. So now I'm going to get, now I'm going to get to some mentions of other Wack Packers that were good but did not make the top 10. Riley Martin, Gary the Slow Adult, High Pitch Mike, but he was a reporter for Howard 100 News, but to me he was a Wack Packer because he had a funny Mickey Mouse high voice. Elliot Offen, Elegant Elliot Offen, that guy was a fucking nut job, jerk off, just scum of the earth, asshole to Howard every time he'd come on the show. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but he was nuts. Elegant Elliot Offen. That's what I think of you. I mean, he thought he was a badass once. He came up to the Sirius Studios. He punched a wall, put a little hole in the wall, tried to threaten Howard, and then he got kicked off the show. And I'm glad, because Elliot Offen was a fucking nut job. And the guy, seriously, is probably really dangerous. So, yeah. Elliot Offen, he thought he was a gangster. No, you're just ill. Mentally ill. And you need help wherever you are. Hopefully you're under a rock and nobody ever hears from you again. Other mentions of great Wack Packers. She could have been on my top 10. She's great. Wendy the Slow Adult. Formerly Wendy the Retard. Whatever you want to call her. My show. I'm not PC. I'll call her Wendy the Retard. Wendy the Slow Adult. Doesn't matter to me. But, yeah. Wendy the Slow Adult. She was great. Really good. All her appearances. And my God, she's probably going to pass away soon because she's really obese and unhealthy. Every time she calls up the show, she's always coughing like she's going to die. And she's a COVID denier. I don't know if she's been vaccinated, but I doubt she has. At one point, she's living in a van. I think last year. What the fuck, Wendy? And she's living with her cat and her mother in a van. The damn poor cat. Somebody don't let her have animals. So, yeah. Wendy the Slow Adult, really good. Wack Packer. Who else? Steve Grillo. He was an intern. He was part of the show, but he was like a Wack Packer. Steve Grillo. He did a lot of stupid, dumb shit that pissed off Howard. Stuttering John. He was part of the show, but he was a fucking Wack Packer too, if you ask me. And then somehow, this is fucking amazing in the power of the Howard Stern show. Stuttering John. The guy's a stutterer. He stopped. He didn't stutter all the time, but he did a lot. But he can, control it. He gets hired by Jay fucking Leno and becomes the announcer of the Tonight Show. Stuttering John was the announcer of the Tonight Show. I almost started stuttering with Jay Leno. Amazing. Why did Jay Leno want to hire him? I will never know. Stuttering John was last on the show, I think, in 2003 when he went to the Tonight Show. And now he has a podcast, I think, or a YouTube channel, and he loves to just talk about Howard nonstop and bash him. A lot of former employees of the Stern Show, a lot of them are fucking bitter. And just like to bash Howard. I don't know why. They made a fucking good living when they were working there. They should just shut up. But some of them are actually good former employees like Shuley and Brent. Those guys will not talk bad about Howard. So, yeah. Stuttering John, he was great on the show. And this guy was a major whack packer, John the Stutterer. Holy fuck, he stuttered like crazy. He could not stop. And Fred just absolutely busted his balls, killed him, and did an impression of him. That's hilarious. Crazy Cabby. He was a fucking whack packer. He's nuts. Kenneth Keith Callenbach. He's passed away. He was a great whack packer. Kenneth Keith Callenbach. Big Black was a pretty good whack packer. He wasn't on the show much, but he was a whack packer. Angry Black. He recently caught into the show, Angry Black, and he's still angry about COVID. He's always angry, but Angry Black is angry because he won't get the vaccine. He doesn't believe in it. So, anyways, this show was a pleasure to do. My top 10 whack packers from the Howard Stern Show. Hope you enjoyed it. I love talking about the Howard Stern Show, and I will always be a fan until Howard goes off the air. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Who are some of your favorite whack packers in history? My number 1, Beetlejuice. My number 10, Original Bigfoot. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye for now.